GTA 6 is gonna be based on Vice City, and it's meant to carry forward the legacy of GTA Vice City. Now, obviously, the characters and stories of both games can cross over, but Vice City had some super unique stuff in it, like a car you literally couldn't destroy, tons of quirky side missions, and even mechanics that are straight up missing in newer GTA games. That's why Vice City always felt ahead of its time, so that's why I feel like GTA 6 needs to borrow, or honestly just steal, these 20 features from Vice City. See, one thing we all know is that ever since GTA started, gangs have always been a huge part of the story. Even in Vice City, there were 8 major gangs. Tommy himself was the boss of the Vercetti gang, and there were constant gang wars between the Cubans and the Haitians. If you picked a fight with them even once, their members would start shooting at you on sight wherever you went. We got to see similar gang dynamics in San Andreas too, which made certain areas of the map always feel tense. And that's the kind of tension we'd love to see in GTA 6, because GTA 4 and GTA 5 shifted focus more toward the Mafia and the FIB instead of gang. So if gangs make a comeback in GTA 6, especially that mechanic where rival gang members attack you on sight, it's gonna be a blast. Vice City had the most melee weapons out of any GTA. There was even a dedicated store called Bunch of Tools where you could buy them. We had stuff like a hammer, screwdriver, nightstick, baseball bat, katana, and even a chainsaw. On top of that, there was a flamethrower too. You could actually damage vehicles with these weapons, which made them way more fun. San Andreas also had a bunch of melee weapons, but still fewer than Vice City. Then GTA 4 drastically cut them down, and GTA 5 barely had any. So all we can hope is that GTA 6 brings back a ton of melee weapons, because smashing cars or taking down NPCs with them just feels so satisfying. We all know Vice City is the only GTA game that actually had a huge mall you could fully explore. Sure, GTA 5 had a mall, but you couldn't even enter it. That's what made Vice City's North Point Mall so special. You could walk inside and there were shops everywhere, like a tool shop, ammunition for weapons, and even a clothing store. From some of Take-Two Interactive's patents, we already know interiors in GTA 6 are going to be super massive. So if Rockstar adds a big mall that we can actually explore and shop in, it's gonna be next level fun. This one was actually hilarious. In Vice City, if the cops were chasing a criminal or a gang member on foot and you killed that criminal, you'd get a good citizen bonus. If GTA 6 brings that back, it would be pretty funny to see. Chances of it happening are super low, but still, tell me, would you actually want that to return or not? One of the biggest complaints about GTA 4 and 5 is the lack of side missions. And I'm not talking about the random strangers and freaks mission. I mean classic stuff like firefighter, paramedic, pizza delivery, taxi driver, and vigilante missions. Once you finish the main story, doing these jobs used to be a whole different kind of fun. GTA 6 should bring them back as real jobs, where you get a proper uniform and actually play them out like a simulator, maybe even manage them as a business. Plus, these jobs are a huge part of GTA roleplay, so having them in the base game would make total sense. I don't even need to explain this one. Ask any GTA fan what the hardest mission in the entire series was, and most of them will say Vice City's Demolition Man. That mission, where you had to use an RC helicopter to blow up a building, drove everyone crazy. And that's exactly what made it so iconic. On top of that, there were other unforgettable missions like Shakedown, where you smash up store windows in North Point Mall, Publicity Tour, where you drive a car as fast as possible to stop the bomb from going off, and sir, yes sir, GTA 6 definitely needs missions like these. Tough, but memorable. And if Rockstar adds a mission as a tribute to Demolition Man, players will be laughing and raging at the same time. One thing missing in newer GTAs is missions with RC Tour. Vice City, San Andreas, and even GTA 3 had tons of them. In Vice City, there was that sand maze at the beach where you could drive an RC Bandit in a race. And besides the infamous Demolition Man, there was also the Bombs Away mission with an RC plane. Sure, the controls back then were super clunky, but with modern gameplay mechanics, flying or driving RC toys would feel way smoother and a lot more fun. Since GTA 6 is set in modern times, Rockstar could even swap out RC toys for drones, which would fit perfectly. Whenever you get your hands on a cool vehicle, the first thing you want to do is race it. Vice City nailed that with the PCJ 600 side missions. Once you had that bike, a race would trigger where you had to pass through checkpoints within a time limit. And honestly, it was tough. Every race you completed gave you $500 as a reward. It'd be awesome if GTA 6 brought back something like this. The only question is, with which motorcycle? Riding bikes in GTA has always been tricky, especially in GTA 4 where the handling was brutal. So hopefully GTA 6 makes motorcycle driving smoother while still keeping it challenging. Now, imagine if GTA 6 had something like Vice City's Hyman Memorial Stadium. Inside, you could participate in multiple events like Hot Ring, Blood Ring, and Dirt Ring. These events even rotated daily. Hot Ring was a high-speed race against 15 other drivers, Blood Ring was basically a demolition derby where you had to survive as long as possible, and Dirt Ring was a dirt bike stunt show with 32 checkpoints to clear. We've already seen hints of dirt racing in GTA 6 leaks, but whether we'll actually get full-blown events like this is still unknown. Either way, having a stadium or a dedicated spot for crazy events would be perfect, especially since modern GTA games strangely haven't included anything like it. In GTA 4, once you finish the game and stack up all that cash from missions, it just sits there useless. You can't buy safe houses, vehicles, or assets, literally nothing. But in Vice City, after progressing through certain missions, you could start buying property. These included safe houses and actual businesses that generated passive income. Like, if you bought the Malibu Club, it would make you $10,000 a day. That system was perfect. GTA 6 should definitely bring that back. Whereas you move through the story, you can buy different businesses, earn passive income, and even unlock unique missions tied to them. If you ask GTA fans which game has the best story, most people will say GTA 4 or San Andreas. And honestly, GTA 4's story is incredible, but as the plot goes on, the game throws so many new characters that you start forgetting the old ones. Remember how confusing it got with the McCreary brothers? That's why, aside from Brucey and Little Jacob, GTA 4 didn't really give us super memorable side characters. Vice City, though, was packed with them, like Phil Cassidy, who literally blew off his own arm with a bomb, or Avery Carrington with his wild missions, Ken Paul's sarcastic energy, then Lance Vance, Ken Rosenberg, and the iconic antagonist Sonny. Vice City's cast just stuck with you. That's exactly what we'd want for GTA 6. A story where not just the main characters, but even the side characters feel important and unforgettable. From what we've seen so far, Cal and Raul already seem like standout personalities. Which one do you think is going to be the coolest? Vice City's story was set in the 80s, back when the US was filled with mafia and gangs running drugs and crime. Movies like The Godfather and Goodfellas perfectly captured that mafia culture, and that same vibe shaped Vice City's storyline. Characters like Sonny, Tommy, Lance Vance, and Ricardo Diaz were all tied into these crime families. Now, GTA 6 is set in the modern era, but it'd be amazing to see how Rockstar brings back that mafia culture in today's world. If you're a mafia boss, you've gotta have personal bodyguards. It's just part of the deal. In Vice City, after hitting 100% completion, you could hire 3 bodyguards who'd follow you around and protect you from enemies. It was such a cool flex, and honestly, if you're running your own gang or building your empire in GTA 6, having the option to hire bodyguards should be a must. Especially once you've got some money and progress in the story, it'd just make sense to roll with your own crew. Nobody likes seeing their protagonist get betrayed. We get so attached to them that when it happens, it feels like we got stabbed in the back too. But if we set emotions aside, it's those shocking twists and betrayals that turn a good story into a legendary one. Like Lance Vance betraying Tommy at the end of Vice City, or Big Smoke's betrayal in San Andreas. Since then, the series hasn't really given us that same jaw-dropping twist, especially not in GTA 5. Still, betrayal has always been a theme in GTA in one way or another. In GTA 6, the big question is, will Lucia and Jason betray each other, or will it come from a third person? Personally, I hope it's not between Jason and Lucia. Watching them turn on each other would be heartbreaking. It'd be way better if Rockstar let a third character pull that kind of move. Even though Vice City had the smallest map compared to other GTA games, it was packed with iconic locations. Ocean View Hotel is a fan favorite. Every GTA player instantly recognizes. Then there's the Malibu Club and the Vercetti Estate, which are just as legendary. From the leaks and rumors, GTA 6's map is supposed to be massive, but honestly, I'd take a smaller city with unforgettable things over a huge but lifeless one any day. That's why Vice City's classic spots should make a comeback in GTA 6. Seeing them again would hit players with pure nostalgia. Out of all the GTA games, Vice City had the most star-studded voice cast. Tommy was voiced by Ray Liotta himself. Ken Rosenberg had William Fichtner. Sonny was Tom Sizamore. Avery Carrington was voiced by Burt Reynolds. Ricardo Diaz by Luis Guzman. And Phil Cassidy by Gary Busey. And the list goes on. So many big names lent their voices. San Andreas also had amazing performances, but if you compare the two, Vice City's voice acting just felt like it was on another level. After that, Rockstar kinda pulled back from hiring major celebrity. But with GTA 6, it'd be incredible if they brought in some well-known actors again. Hearing familiar Hollywood voices in-game would give the story a whole new vibe. Not every game has to look hyper-realistic, and no matter how much people expect it, GTA 6 isn't going to chase full realism either, because Rockstar always gives its games a distinct visual identity. Vice City had one of the strongest. It was vibrant and stylish. The sunsets were gorgeous and the nights felt alive in color. Out of every GTA game, Vice City easily had the best nightlife vibe. The pink and violet neon lights gave it that iconic Miami glow. From the screenshots and trailers we've seen so far, it looks like GTA 6 is bringing that energy back. Some of the morning and night scenes already look stunning, and the style wasn't just in the world, it was baked into the HUD and menus too, like when you picked weapons or even in the main menu. Vice City was heavily inspired by the movie Scarface, a Miami-based crime drama. Both the film and the game followed a similar path. A small-time criminal rises to become a powerful mob figure. In both stories, the protagonist goes to a drug deal under someone's orders, only for it to turn into an ambush that forces them to flee without the money or the drugs. In Scarface, that deal ends with someone getting brutally killed by a chainsaw. And in Vice City, when you walk into Tommy's safe house, there's a chainsaw with blood on the wall as a nod to that. Even Tommy's mansion strongly resembles Tony Montana's mansion from the film. GTA 6, on the other hand, is confirmed to be inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, the infamous outlaw couple, so you can bet there will be tons of references to crime films and stories sprinkled throughout, because Rockstar has always loved weaving those cinematic nods into GTA missions. Vice City's radio stations and soundtrack were pure vibes. That 80s aesthetic, the rocky tunes, and the way the music perfectly blended into the game's theme and setting made the experience unforgettable. That's why fans still love Vice City's soundtrack to this day. The game had a total of 9 radio stations, playing 103 unique tracks, all dripping with that iconic 80s feel. And with old school music making a comeback in recent years, GTA 6 definitely needs at least 1 or 2 radio stations dedicated to that retro sound. Sure, there'll be new songs too, but if Rockstar drops some classic tracks in there, it's gonna be an instant win. In Vice City's Guardian Angel's mission, you got your hands on an Admiral type vehicle that was completely indestructible, fireproof, bulletproof, explosion-proof. Basically, the dream ride for players who treat their car like a rocket. Now, even if GTA 6 doesn't give us pre-made indestructible vehicles, there should at least be an option to upgrade or mod your ride into one. Also, while GTA 5 had a massive collection of cars, the number of truly unique or rare vehicles felt way too low. GTA 6 needs to bring back those crazy, over-the-top rides that feel special to unlock and drive. So yeah, those were the features we wanted to highlight. What do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want to check out the new GTA 6 technologies revealed through patents, click on the video on the left. And if you're curious about the 20 most hated characters in the GTA franchise, click the video on the right. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to GTA Gossip for more GTA content, and I'll see you next time. Till then, adios.